Hey there, folks. Welcome to Bagel Dog DIY. I'm your host, Ben. Why do wood manufacturers put staples in every single board when you buy wood, or like 6-inch long stickers? Anyway, that's what you see at the beginning of this video. I'm just removing all these staples. In today's video, we're going to be making some shutters, some exterior, just decorative shutters for the house. Try to add a little bit of curb appeal. It's a really straightforward project. It takes about an hour to make the shutters, about 10 minutes to stain them, about an hour for them to dry in the sun, and 10 more minutes to hang them up on the house. So I'm making 4 shutters today. The first thing I'm doing is just cutting down all my boards to length. They're all the same length. This is just the height of the window in my case. It depends. Your case may vary. You might want to make them bigger or smaller. It's really up to you aesthetically how you want them to look. But I'm keeping them just the height of my window casing. So I'm just going to town on the chop saw and cutting them. Then I'm going to cut the horizontal pieces that we're going to go across the shutters and connect those vertical pieces together. Those are also all going to be the same width. So just going to town, getting them cut, set up a stop block, vacuum up all my sawdust mess. I think I remember to turn the extractor on. Then I'm just using a big square to square up the bottom end, putting some glue on there. This is an 18 gauge nailer, brad nailer, just throwing some brad nails in there. Then I am going to go down and do the other end. I'm going to squeeze this together. Because these are cedar fence pickets, they are going to shrink a little bit, so this gap between the boards might become bigger. So you do want to make sure it's extra tight. You could use any kind of wood for this. You could use pallet wood. You could use 1x. Cedar fence pickets are just nice. It's the cheapest way to buy cedars. If you don't know, cedar's very expensive. And these are cedar, and they're about $1.10 each for these 5-foot pickets. I just cut the dog-eared end off to make them flat. And voila, you're not paying cedar 1x prices for something that's just going to be aesthetic on the outside of your house. So I get all 4 of them lined up, just same process on each one, getting them glued, getting them squared up, squeezing them together, getting them nailed, putting one in the center. This is nice tight bond indoor-outdoor glue. Use the good stuff, don't skimp. And then they are going to get some Cabot sealer. This is a sealer stain, like deck sealer, waterproofer, whatever you want to call it. This is a pretty high-quality one. It is about $60 a gallon. I'm only using, I don't know, not even 1/8 of a gallon for these 4, though. So it goes a long way. You just kind of slop it on there, then I'm going back with a brush and getting it in all these corners. This is going to protect the wood from the UV. Anytime you have wood in an outdoor situation, depending on where you live, it's going to turn gray. The UV is going to eat the cellulose fiber in the wood, and that's why we paint wood or trim or things that are on the exterior of our house to protect them, painter's stain. So this just gives it some protection. This stain I've used before. It lasts about 5 years before you have to recoat it. So that's one of the reasons it is one of the more expensive ones. They do make some that are, they're $10 a gallon. In my experience, you have to put those on every year. I'm not super into restaining things. So, yeah, I buy the good stuff. You've been warned. But yeah, just get it on there. Wear gloves when you're working with chemicals like this. Your skin is your largest organ. You do absorb toxins through it. I used to not be real careful about this stuff when I was younger. We used to work for an engine builder and wash parts in gasoline and things and never wore gloves. And I can't say I'm paying a price for it or anything, but it's just not safe. It's not a good practice. It's really hard on your skin. It's really hard on your organs. So yeah, wear gloves. Put stain on shutters. See? Oh yeah, it's looking good. I use the brush I'm using for this is just an inexpensive brush. It's a little chip brush. I think it was $2. It'll just get thrown away, just like the roller at the end of this, because this is an oil-based product. And I don't feel like washing my brushes in oil-based cleaners, solvents, essentially. Then we're going outside. I did use stainless steel screws here anytime you're doing exterior stuff like this. Otherwise, the screws will rust and water will streak down and rust will streak down your wood and it'll be stained. So yeah, I put one on the bottom to hold it. I climb up on my ladder. I put 2 up top. Like I said, I cut these the same height as my windows, so it's real easy. You just hold them up there, hold them flush, and put your screws in. My windows are level, so there's really nothing to do there. Yeah, I'm just putting them on up. Thanks for listening today. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you go out and build something, make some shutters. Yeah, nice project for the weekend or a couple hours to kill, and I think it adds a lot of curb appeal. Cheers. Hope you're having a good week.